In 2022, 87.2 million US consumers shopped online for Black Friday, and they spent a record $9.12 billion.
What?
Plus, a record 196.7 million Americans shopped in-store and online during Cyber Week, the week directly after Thanksgiving holiday. Consumers in 2022 spent an average of $325.44 each on holiday-related purchases over the span of this week. 70% of that spending was focused on gifts, especially toys, games, and electronics. But with 60% of consumers saying they regretted buying something due to a Black Friday sale and 1.39 billion holiday season returns, plus 80% of everything we buy that week, not to mention all the plastic it's wrapped up in, being thrown away, mostly into landfills, is this buying frenzy really all it's cracked up to be? Explore new ways to spread holiday cheer without diving headfirst into consumerism in our anti-Black Friday episode.
Woo!
This is Greening Up My Act Holiday Edition.
Woo!
Yes, it is to the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So we wanted to dive into not buying into Black Friday. So that is what this episode is about. So we're going to give you our
anti-consumerism.
Exactly. We've really nailed consumerism as being the worst enemy of living a sustainable lifestyle. Like fast fashion. If you go listen last season, we had an episode on fast fashion and how most clothing just gets thrown away. Buying anything quick and easy means it's quick and easy to throw it away. So the compulsory gift-giving season around the winter holidays, especially this week after Thanksgiving, makes this way worse in the United States.
Yeah, that's like actually a shocking number of returns.
Yeah.
And I've heard horrible things about returns.
We need to do an episode on returns.
We do actually, because I don't know enough about it, but it's like enough that I try not to return my shit.
Yeah, it doesn't get resold, I'll tell you that much.
Right. Yeah, usually.
It usually gets thrown away.
Amazon Warehouse is a thing where they sell stuff that's been opened, but I don't. God knows.
I mean, it's complicated. There's a lot, but a lot of it just gets tossed.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you. Gift giving is one of my love languages. Like,
yeah, I love it too.
Yeah, especially when it's like the right gift.
Yes.
That's like, I don't like compulsory gift buying. I don't like making a list and like, okay, what do you want for Christmas? I saw this and it was perfect for you. Here you go.
Yes. I much prefer giving gifts to receiving them,
that
to be
also.
honest.
Yeah.
Which makes me sound like a saint, but
yeah.
like, I just really like giving gifts.
Yeah. I love the like glow on someone's face when you found them exactly the right thing.
Yes. What's your favorite gift you've ever given?
Oh my gosh. Well, what's yours while I think about it?
Yeah, I mean, if you can't think of one, that's fine.
No,
I have one in mind, which is why I put you on the spot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite is Joe found a poster for at a used record store of one of his favorite artists, and he looked it up and it was worth like $100. And he was really excited because he bought it for like $3 or something.
Right.
And so, he was a little bit nervous about it getting ruined or whatever. So I looked it up and I found out that if you frame them, it would be worth more money. So I wasn't like ruining it. And so I went and got it professionally framed at like a local frame shop.
That's awesome.
And this shop was like full of just wood and leather and all this stuff. But he loved it and it's still hanging on our wall.
I love it. That's awesome. You know what I'm thinking about? Most of the gifts I've given that I've loved have been like experiences.
Yeah, those
like
are good.
Surprise birthdays or so. Well, anyway.
Yeah, so we like gifts.
We love
anti-gift.
Right. And I love gift guides. Like I even love, don't throw rocks at me, but I love Oprah's like favorite things every year. I'm like, oh, this is neat. And it's all like $400 cashmere, slippers or whatever. But I love gift guides. And I love to make gift guides, especially if I'm like really into local stuff. I love to like share my knowledge of like things that should be shared. And, so this year for Greening Up My Act, I thought we'd come up with sustainable gifts or ways to express your love that you can do over the holidays without generating more trash, spending more money, or buying into the utter madness of Black Friday consumerism.
Yes. Love.
So instead of getting into a fight with someone at Walmart over the last air fryer, do these things and spend your Black Friday being grateful for everything you already have, or
Right.
watching football, or hanging out with your family or something.
Yes.
So there you go. A few resources first. Qit had 115 Black Friday statistics every retailer needs to know in
Oh, nice.
2023. That's where I got a lot of those. There's a lot more statistics that are really interesting in there. Phys.org, PHYS. Most Black Friday purchases soon end up as waste. Country Living had 100 DIY Christmas gifts to spread Christmas joy, some of which look really dumb, but they're there. The Kitchen McCabe had a whipped grapefruit mint sugar scrub recipe, which is kind of what I base mine off of. And then the Stripe had a list of the best DIY Christmas ideas. Theirs were a little bit, it's shorter than the Country Living one, and less cookie cutters are involved, I would say.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Less
but
cutesy, maybe.
yeah, it's less like my child made you a thing out of toilet paper rolls, you know. But that's the problem with DIY. And so I thought maybe we'll start with DIY ideas.
Yeah.
These can get chintzy real fast. So if you're not prone towards DIY stuff, maybe this isn't the season to do it. It's okay.
Yeah.
But there are some really great gifts you can make at home that won't generate more packaging or waste, but can still speak the love you want to give. And also, there are great ways to use up all of the reusable things that you've been saving up, like our jar collection, for instance.
Yes.
A
Oh
lot
my
of these
gosh.
DIY ideas can use up that jar collection. So the one
I've
I
been
did last
saving
year,
up just for this day.
just for the holidays. But last year I was really one of the worst things about going through a lot of stress for me is that I don't have the bandwidth to think about gifts, and
Mhm.
that's hard for me. And you know, just like buying off people's Amazon wish lists is one of my worst nightmares. But last year I just could not.
Yeah.
So I made golden milk mix. So golden
I think you
milk,
mentioned this on the podcast, actually.
I may have. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a turmeric based kind of drink that a lot of like Ayurvedic practitioners drink. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, and it's a caffeine free way to like. It's a really good warming drink for the winter.
So
So
it's a hippy dippy
it's
mix.
kind of hippie, but you can get it at like any mainstream
Just
shop now.
teasing.
Everyone has a golden milk recipe, but it's good for you, you know,
Yeah.
generally.
I mean, it sounds delicious. I've never tried it, but I would.
It's spicy. So my recipe for it, what I did was I bought all the spices from the bulk department. I actually emptied out the turmeric bulk at my local Whole Foods.
Nice.
All of their, I was like, gotta replace this. Thanks, guys. But I just bought a bunch of it in bulk and then made a mix in a container, and then just put it into the spice jars that I had. And I use the 4-ounce spice jars. I just bought a bunch off Amazon actually. So I bought more.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, 4 ounces goes fast when you make spice mix. But my recipe was 3 parts turmeric, 1 part cinnamon, 1 part of a spice like pepper. Black pepper is usually what they recommend, but I use red chili because I'm from New Mexico. But the capsaicin activates the turmeric, so you need to have that spice in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
1/2 part nutmeg, 1/2 part cloves, 1/2 part ginger, a pinch or two of salt. So, like for instance, if you have 6 ounces of turmeric, you can do 2 ounces of cinnamon, etc. You can make it as big or as small as you like. I had the mix for a while, and just it's dry goods. It doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it can go bad. You have to be careful about spices going bad, but usually if you use them within a year, it's fine. So
Wait, so you're saying this was your lazy
it's
gift?
well, it's
Because
because it
this
was
is
just the same
impressive.
gift for everyone.
No, but it's still impressive. I
Well,
mean,
I
yeah.
mean, I went to Whole Foods one day and bought all the spices and then had the mix. And then every
All
time I
right,
knew
give
I was going
yourself
to
some
see a
credit.
friend, I just filled a jar, you
Give
know.
yourself some credit.
Okay. But it wasn't like, you know, where I was like, you know what Maria needs this year is, you know, it was everyone's getting spice mix.
Yeah, well, at
So,
least everyone's getting a gift card. You could also
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Um,
yes, this sounds lovely.
but then I also made like instructions on how to use it. So that was what I wrote in my card, you know. And
Mhm.
that's if you're going to use this recipe to make golden milk, you add a teaspoon of that mixture to whatever milk. Coconut milk is really good. I use whole milk too. I like cow's milk. almond milk, we're going to not talk about almond milk, but
Yeah.
whatever milk you like. And then honey or maple syrup. I mean, honey is the classic thing to use, but if you're a vegan, you can use maple syrup or stevia, whatever sweetener you like to taste. And then you just heat it up in a saucepan or the microwave. Or I use my milk frother, and you
Yummy.
enjoy.
Yummy.
It's really, I'm going to have some tonight.
Yeah, because
So.
I have a milk steamer, so that
Yeah.
would be amazing.
That's perfect. I might steam the milk first and then add in the honey and stuff because it'll mess up your steamer. But you can do a similar thing with hot cocoa mix. My best friend from home, hi Jen, she did this a few years ago. You can use those larger jars, like the salsa jars that my roommate collects. You mix cocoa, powdered milk, marshmallows, peppermint bark, chocolate chips, whatever you want, whatever you would put in a hot cocoa mix. You can layer it prettily in the jar, and then you just, write the recipe like pour this mix into 2 cups and add hot water or milk, and you have hot chocolate.
Nice.
It's easy.
I think I definitely know family members that have done something like that before.
Yeah. It's nice. I mean, my problem with those is when they're pretty like that, I'm like, oh, I'll never use it because it's too pretty.
I know.
But
It's
you
like
just have to
having
be
a really
like,
pretty candle. You just need to freaking burn it. Just do it.
Yeah. So I just have to make a point of like, all right, I'm making a hot cocoa tonight, like New
Yes.
Year's Eve or something. Or
Yeah.
you can also make homemade jam. A lot of people do this,
Ooh.
especially if you've been farming all summer. All those
Yes.
tomatoes, make a tomato jam.
That's a great idea. Or my dad freezes all his strawberries that he gets and then he makes jam out of those.
Oh, yeah, that's great too. Yeah. All those berries, I had a friend who gave raspberry jam like 2 years ago. It was great. I just ate it on toast every day for like 3 months. It was so good.
Did she or he can it?
No, she put it in a jar. I don't think she did the whole. She may have done the whole canning thing. She's pretty handy.
Yeah. I don't think it's that hard to do. I've never done it.
No, you just have to like sterilize the jar and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, jam's a little less than like fresh fruits or vegetables, I think, because the
Yeah.
sugar is a preservative.
Right.
So you're probably not going to like poison everyone with E. coli or, the things we get from
Probably
jarring
not.
processes.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's a great way to
or if you have
hand off the fruits of your
YouTube,
labor. Or if you have YouTube. Yeah. YouTube knows what you're doing. Yeah. Thanks, YouTube. This one a friend of mine did a few years ago, a homemade sugar scrub. So this is for like, exfoliating in the shower. Great gift for skincare during the dry winter months.
Mm-hmm.
All you need is sugar, coconut oil, and whatever essential oils you like and aren't afraid of.
Nice.
Peppermint is usually a popular one because it smells nice. It's refreshing. The Kitchen McCabe recipe that I'll post in the notes has a recipe for grapefruit mint, which is nice. But you could use peppermint and rosemary, anything to make a kind of nice holiday scent. I would be cautious about more caustic oils. So tea tree oil and cinnamon might have burning effects.
Right.
Just make sure everyone knows not to like leave it on. You got to rinse it off. Also, this can get really slick in the shower. And if you use a glass jar, that's kind of dangerous.
Ooh.
So I might tell people, if you're going to use this, scrub in the bathtub, sitting down and rinse it off. But make sure that you don't slip in the shower because it's oil in your shower. So.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
But real easy recipe, half a cup of coconut oil, half a cup of white sugar, 35 drops of whatever essential oil you can mix and match. You might use less peppermint than others because it can be very strong. And then you just blend it in a standing mixer until it's thick. And then if you're using like grapefruit juice or other things, you can store it in the fridge to make it last longer. But it smells great. It's a really silky way to exfoliate.
Nice. Love it.
Another thing we've talked about is holiday cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of friends who do this for the holidays.
I did it last year, maybe the last 2 years. I can't remember. And it's very fun, but it was definitely like, oh boy.
Yeah, it can get kind of stressful, especially if you like, if you're handing them out, you have to drive to everyone's house. But
yeah, luckily I didn't have to do that. But I just took them to the one family gathering. But yeah, it was like, oh man, my kitchen's too small for all these cookies.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that happens. I only have one cooling rack, and they just start stacking up. But it's like, all right.
Yep. But it's really fun to do.
Yeah, I mean, and you can give people the recipe too.
Yeah, I asked everybody what their favorite dessert was, and luckily everybody said cookies because I didn't
Oh,
really want to
that's
make
easy.
a cake, but
Yeah, you're like,
I
there
do
you
love
go.
cakes, so I would have been happy to make one. But
I'm a
yeah, I was
huge
like,
fan of
okay,
cakes.
cool, cookies.
Yeah, cookies are easy.
But I had like maybe 5 different cookies I made. So
Yeah, I mean, it can get out of hand. I only make gingerbread cookies. That's my thing.
oh, that's smart. Yeah,
Yeah. But then it's like, what about my gluten-free friend, gluten-free friends, vegan friends? I'm like, here's a popcorn ball.
right.
Another thing you can do is make people on paper towels. That's a DIY
Yes, I
activity.
love
Yes.
it. We have a whole
And
episode about this.
we do have a whole episode about on paper towels. And so that's kind of a cute, like we were saying a few episodes ago about holiday wrapping paper, that you can use like kitchen towels, the gift, to wrap it. Using unpaper towels might be a way to wrap it up too.
Yes,
So,
that's perfect. Yeah,
yeah.
I made some from old sheets and old linen towels, and they were really cute, and I've actually considered giving them as gifts if I had the time to make more, but
It's perfect. I would love that. That is the thing, time. This another DIY option that I have done several times is plant clippings. So,
yes. Love
yeah,
it.
I have a spider plant that's 11 years old that my colleague Corinne gave me when I was working for the choo choo train in northern New Mexico. And she planted it in a pot that I had left at my office when I left and brought it to me in Albuquerque. And it's been kicking it. It's still going. I give people clippings from this plant for housewarming parties. I gave them for Christmas one year, and my friend Valerie in Albuquerque just sent me a picture of all of the spider plants that the spider plant I gave her 5 years ago spawned. So like,
That is so cool.
yeah, it's currently in my office here in Austin that I go into once a week, and it is huge. And yeah, I have another. It's one of its offspring is living in my house. They're great plants for they clean the air, so they're really good to have around, and they're really hard to kill.
Nice,
So I
that's
just give them out.
key. That's
Yeah,
essential.
and pothos plants too. You can just put them in water, just like a clipping, and they will grow a new offspring. So that's an easy one too. And they're,
You know, I should do that because I have one.
yeah,
That would be like a perfect and I have a bunch of like pots laying around.
yeah. And,
That
or
would
you
be
could
cute.
give them in really pretty little glasses.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
that's a
Uh-huh.
way,
Uh-huh. From the
if you
thrift
have,
store? Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I love it.
Or I have like a bunch of little beer sample glasses that I like never use. And you just put it in that and give it to your friend. And then they get a glass and they get a plant clipping and they can plant it when they want. Or not. Pothos can just grow in water forever too. So,
Oh yeah,
and they're
cool.
useful for laundry if you listen to St. Nancy.
Oh, no, that's ivy.
Yeah, it's pothos. I think it was pothos ivy, she said.
Really?
I thought that was what she said.
I think it was like English ivy.
Okay. Well, forget about it then.
Maybe don't throw pothos unless before you look it
Well,
up into your
look it up.
laundry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
But
know you can use some kind of ivy, so
yeah. So really anything you're crafty at, you can DIY and give it as a gift. If you make homemade paper or you want to try it, if you cross stitch, if you knit, if you want to make dried orange garlands, basically anything, if you've already got the supplies and you enjoy doing it, this is an easy one. It makes people happy too that you put the thought into it, and you could be like, you really needed this popcorn garland,
I have the excuse. Oh, Charlie made it for you.
Charlie. Yes. If you have a 3-year-old child, use them. Slave labor here. No, not slave labor, child labor. Yes.
Which
But
I'm trying to mute myself. You might hear her in the background, but we're just going to ignore her crying.
no
She's with her
problem.
dad. She's fine.
She's fine. He's taking care of it. You're not just avoiding your child while you make your podcast. It'd be amazing. I am giving granola rating to all of these. So for DIY stuff, I said 4 out of 5. So that's crunchy on our
Nice.
scale of 1 to 5 granolas, 1 being soggy, which is gross, and 5 being break your tooth off, which is the best.
Sweet.
So 4 out of 5. I said it depends on how much waste you generate. So if you're using stuff you already have, that's awesome. But you may also go out of your way, like spending too much money on this DIY stuff. I know knitting, especially, can cost so much money. So it just
Yeah.
depends. And also, if you're using a lot more time, this might not be the most sustainable option for you.
Right.
So
Time is a big deal.
it
And
is
energy.
energy for sure. So 4 out of 5 for that. Another thing I like to do is the gift of activities or experiences.
Yes.
So instead of giving people things, you give them the gift of an experience. And one of the things I do every year is I throw Grinch Fest. It's my holiday party.
You mentioned this in the holiday card episode, and I love
Yeah.
it so much.
So it's an annual tradition that was started by my friend when I was in college, Glenn. Hi, Glenn, love you. And I use his mother's gingerbread recipe too, and it is the best. I share it all the time. People love them. But I make gingerbread cookies. I make mulled wine, which is just wine with, you can get mulling spices, but I just use like whole cloves, cinnamon sticks, orange peel, put it in like cheesecloth, and just like heat it up in a pan. And then I put it in one of those coffee warming like coffee servers to keep it warm.
Okay.
And then it's got a little sugar in it too, usually, or a little brandy. And I heat it up and then strain it so it doesn't have the little pieces in it, and then I just put it in the coffee thing. So I make mulled wine, mulled cider for people who don't drink alcohol, and have people over. We watch The Grinch and we raise money for a charity.
I love it.
Yeah. And
It's so lovely.
yeah, I pick the charity every year. Sometimes I let people vote, but usually I pick the, and we have the gingerbread cookies. And then the other thing I've started doing is I go to Goodwill and buy mugs, like $1. I'll spend like 20, $25 on
Mhm.
mugs. And then I have everyone take one home at the end of the night.
Oh, that's nice.
So then I don't have to throw anything away.
Oh, yeah, that's really smart.
Yeah.
And then everybody can have, like, a crazy mug.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get
Ideally.
some crazy ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're fun. Yeah. I feel kind of bad. Well, and then if people don't take them, I can just donate them back to Goodwill.
Yeah, yeah, so that was one really interesting thing. This is a little bit off topic, but not really. This woman that I follow, I've mentioned her on another episode, I think it was the minimalism one, but her name is Shell Bisley. She's on, YouTube.
Yeah.
And she talks about using thrift stores as basically treating them like rental stores.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
you think of it like, oh, your $20 price is the price of a rental for, a week of having these mugs, and you
It's yeah,
basically
like
rent them and then
less
you
than
return them.
catering would be. Yeah.
Exactly, and she does that for any holiday wear or anything specific that she wants if she's hosting or whatever, and she'll just think of it like a rental cost. I was like, "Oh my
That's
god,
brilliant.
that's really smart."
Yeah, and it's
So
still
holiday
cheaper
parties, you
than,
could totally do that.
yeah, buying new
It's
or
way cheaper, yeah.
yeah. That's really smart. I
I
like that
know, I
idea.
thought that was so cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Other activities, I said, like, set up a coffee date with your friend or, like, lunch. Or one thing I think is really good for the holidays is do an errand date with a friend.
Oh my goodness, that's
Like, do your
great.
holiday shopping together. It could be a lot of, I mean, like, your grocery shopping, if you've gotta, like, make the Thanksgiving meal, bring a friend along and go shopping. You take a little bit of the stress out of it because you'll have someone to laugh about. You can get a
Yeah,
coffee together. You can, even if you're not shopping for gifts, you could go with your friend and help
right.
them make decisions and be like, does this look like my mother? Things like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Also, calling people is such a rare, like FaceTiming with people is such a rare gift these days that I feel
Mhm.
like that can be a really good way to give a gift to your chosen family that doesn't burden them with more stuff or like returns. Just like, let's set up an hour and talk. My family tries to talk on like Skype on Christmas mornings. We can kind of watch the kids open presents, and it's like it gets that holiday call out of the way and gives us an opportunity to see each other and kind of enjoy each other's company,
Yeah, that's
if we
really
can't be all
nice.
together.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Another experience gift that I think is good for people our age is, especially for a woman like me, I don't have children, but like offer to babysit.
Oh my lord.
Give your parent friends like a movie date, like buy them movie tickets or like concert tickets, or just like get them a reservation at a restaurant and be like, you go out, I'll take the kids.
Oh
Or
my lord.
you can take the kids to a movie and give them 3 hours,
Right.
take the kids to the zoo, do something, just offer to
Ugh,
be that aunt or that uncle or
you have
that
no idea
friend.
how much that would be amazing.
Yeah. It's a gift that keeps on giving. I babysitting, like, little kids go to sleep at, like, 7 p.m. So,
Mhm.
you can be like,
Truly.
"Have fun at dinner, and I'll just watch TV."
Yeah, truly.
But, I
Well,
mean,
after you, like, wrestle a toddler into
yeah,
bed,
a
but,
toddler to it. "Well, I'll let you do that, and then I'll watch the kid while you go to dinner." But it is something people don't think about, like, again, like we were saying in one of the recent episodes, that it takes a village, right?
Mhm.
And we don't have a village anymore, so be the village.
Yeah, I've done that for my sister-in-law and my brother before. Just been like, okay, we're gonna watch them. They have twins, and so it's like
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
watch the
Oh, God.
twins, and you guys have fun. And we were just like, how do we watch twins?
Yeah.
This
Twins
is
are a
before we had
handful.
kids, but it was totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched my nieces and nephews, my niece and nephews, my nibblings.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a lot of fun. We just like built forts or we watch
Right.
a movie and eat popcorn, like
Yeah, exactly.
kids love the novelty of it. Parents love an hour away to be adults.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I gave the granola rating for this also a 4 out of 5. Again, it depends on how much money or gas you spend and how much
Yeah.
waste you produce. So it could be really good, I think.
Yeah, I love it.
My next on our list is digital gift ideas. I love to give people digital subscriptions because this means there's no waste. Usually it's something they can actually use. It can add up in cost. Like if you give somebody a year-long subscription to something, that could be a couple $100.
Yeah.
But you could also do like quarterly or 6 months. There's a lot of
Yeah. A lot of
options.
places have like a 3-month option.
Yeah. And that could be $40. I mean, even if you just do 1 month.
Yeah, I know my sister-in-law, the other one,
Mhm.
uses Amazon Fitness
Yeah.
all the time, and so we for her birthday, we just got her, like, 3 months or something of it,
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
she was like, "This is so great."
Yeah. I got my sister last year a year-long subscription to Spotify so we could make each other playlists.
Oh, nice.
And Spotify has that like listen together option.
Uh-huh.
So we haven't done that, but we should. And you can also do like Netflix, Hulu, Apple Plus, Disney Plus. If you're, yeah, I
Oh,
think
man, if
fitness
somebody gave me
subscriptions are
Netflix
good.
for a year, I'd be like, "You're the best person
I
ever."
know. I don't want to
Especially
pay
these
for this.
days
I
with
know it
cracking
keeps going
down.
up. Yeah, I mean, and especially since they're all cutting down on like sharing accounts.
Yeah. That's a really good idea. I think
Yeah.
pretty much anybody would appreciate that.
Yeah. I had a friend who did like the Spotify family account, but the thing with that is you all have to be in the same room. Like when you share it, like you have to be in the same household. So,
Huh.
yeah,
Okay.
like you can't really share your family plan very well anymore.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. If you really know someone, you can buy them a subscription to their local CSA. So that's community supported agriculture. That'd be a cool gift.
That would be really cool.
Like 3 months of groceries delivered.
Right?
Like
That
you
can
have
get expensive.
yes, and you have to be careful it doesn't go to waste. Like
Yeah, right. That's true.
my parents usually buy a box of like grapefruit for me every year and I love it, but I can't eat that much fruit.
A whole box,
I
yeah.
just don't. Yeah. So it just doesn't make sense for me.
Right.
The one thing I was thinking that would be really cool is a Ridwell subscription.
That
If you
would
know
be
someone who
cool.
could use it, that would be a great gift if
Yeah,
it's
because
in their
even if they
neighborhood.
end up like, if you pay for it and they end up not using it, it's not like anything's going to waste.
Right.
I mean, it'd
Yeah.
be sad, but it would be fine.
Yeah. The only thing is you're adding on more work for them to do, like, because they have to, you have to accept it every week and be like, yeah, yeah, take my plastic.
Oh, I see, okay.
But I mean, that's passive. You get a text message and you opt in, or if not, they just won't come to your house. So
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably have to know the person to make sure that they actually would want that, but
yeah. So someone who listens to this podcast and lives in the
yeah.
right
Oh,
part of
yeah.
town could totally do it.
Totally.
So digital gift ideas, I gave 5 out of 5 granolas. Break your tooth off
Nice.
because I think that's a great, especially something like Ridwell.
Mhm.
But yeah. Okay, now we're going to shift gears because I know we're saying we don't want to promote consumerism, but yeah, there's some stuff for more sustainable living that can make good gifts.
Well, and sometimes it's just nice to give a thing.
Yes. Yes. An object is nice.
So
So,
if you feel the need,
yeah.
if you feel like you have to, then
Yeah.
there are better options.
Yeah. And all of these that I'm going to list are products we've endorsed in the past few seasons doing this show. So they're things that we believe in that if you have a friend who is kind of harried and you want to make their life easier, these things could be great gifts.
Yeah, and we research the shit out of these things.
Yeah.
So we try not to. We definitely are not endorsing anything that we're like, oh, definitely go buy compostable trash bags.
Yeah,
No, don't do
no.
that. Not that a trash bag is a good gift, but
Right. But also, we're going to link to some of these through Amazon with our affiliate link. So if you use that, we do get a little money for it. I think we get like 3 cents or
I
something.
mean, it's like nothing, but it does mean a lot.
Yeah, it means a lot to us because we don't make money off of this. So
Yeah.
that's another gift you could give us is go buy these things through these links. The first one that I think we got a lot of commentary on, and the reason that we did the Amazon affiliates program is the wool dryer balls.
Yes.
Go listen to our episode on that. Those are really easy. They save you from having to remember to buy dryer sheets. And they last like 3 years or
Or
more.
more. Mine are like 5 years old.
Mine are like 6. Yeah. So they're worth it. I fully and firmly believe in the Keeper menstrual cup.
Yes.
The rubber one, not the silicone one, although whatever is clever. The rubber one is compostable though. I bought this. I mentioned this during that episode. I bought it for all my female friends and relatives one year.
Yeah.
It's not the sexiest gift, but it's a thoughtful one.
Yeah. Do you know if any of them used it?
I know my twin sister still does. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So a Tushy bidet. This might be a little pricey, but if you've got a friend who just has been thinking about it and is like ashamed or doesn't want to jump the gun, just go for it. It's a great $70 gift, I think.
Yeah.
And you could also install it for them if you want to give them the experience of your joyful presence in their bathroom.
You know, if somebody offered to install something for me, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah. I
I'll
mean,
take
acts
it.
of service is another love language. We
Yep.
don't have to. I'm sorry, I'm bringing up love languages. I know that's like faux psychology, but it
It's fine.
resonates.
Yeah, it's fine. I truly don't know what mine is. I read through them, like, I have read through them at least 5 times. I'm like, I don't fricking know. I like all these things.
I
I don't
know.
know
I'll
what you
take one
want
of
from me.
each.
Like,
Yeah.
is there something weird with me that I can't, like,
No.
figure out?
No. I mean, it's all just ways that we
Also,
like
it
show
depends. You know, it just
appreciation.
depends, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho's.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Bronner's soap.
Yes.
This is one I use it everywhere now. Ever since we did that episode
Same.
on laundry detergent, or I'm just like, yep.
DIY all-purpose cleaner was what
Yes, DIY all-purpose cleaner as well. I mean, I use it to wash the dog. I use it to do my laundry. I use it for everything.
Mm-hmm. And they just came out with refills that are made. They come in cardboard rather than the plastic bottles.
Yeah. Yes. And my sister introduced me to the giant 128-ounce one. Now, the thing I think we need to point out, because my sister is like, I don't like shipping water all over the planet. And she's right. Like, hard soap or powder would be better. But Dr. Bronner's is just really easy to use. But you do dilute it. So it's not just water. You do add water to it.
Yeah, compared to a lot of stuff, it's pretty low water. But has she tried the hard soap?
Like she hasn't yet, because she was saying she'd have to like put it in a blender.
Shave it down, yeah. After you mentioned that, I want to try it and just see if it works. I'm sure it would work really well.
You know? Yeah.
But again, I just don't have the energy or the time. So
yeah, that's the thing. That's whatever makes your life easier, not harder.
Yep.
So you can buy them a big bottle of this and then give them a list of all the ways you use it. You know, or even buy them like a reusable spray bottle and give them the recipe for making a DIY all-purpose cleaner. I mean, again, you will have to know your friend. I mean, buying someone's soap is kind of weird sometimes. Like, especially all-purpose soap rather than like pretty frilly soap.
Yeah.
But
no, but I think, I mean, I would love it. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be all for it. We had a couple, okay, also sea sponges. This was in our reusable sponge episode. They're great. I bought the man I'm seeing a sea sponge instead of a loofah, and he loves it. The only thing is like it takes forever to rinse out because they do. It's very dense.
Yeah,
but yeah, if they're not vegan, sea sponges are great. Alternative to loofahs. There, you can throw them in the compost bin. When you're done with them, they last longer. They're soft. They're great for washing dishes or your body. So
yeah, or even like a loofah, like an actual loofah.
Like, which is those are harsh, but yeah, it's a plant.
Yeah, it's a plant, and you can grow them even. That would be so cool if you like grew them and made
like,
gifts from them.
Yeah.
But I actually just got one because we needed one to scrub our backs. Yeah. We share.
Yeah.
It's weird.
A single back. Yikes. Is this what marriage is like? Jeez. That's what happens when you have children?
Yeah, right. And you just become a conjoined human. Anyway, no, but this one's actually not that rough. I kind of like
Oh,
it.
nice.
I should
I
add it
think
to the
if you
list because
soak them for a while, it's kind of nice too.
yeah, this one's great actually.
Yeah.
So I'll add it to the list.
Cool. Sweet. We were talking also about when we were talking about reusable objects and what has an actual impact when you very quickly is silverware. So like a fork instead of a plastic fork if you go to
Mm-hmm.
take out. And we were talking about this would be a really great gift. Just go to Goodwill. You can pick up like a whole silverware pattern and give everyone a little like bento box set for their lunches at work or
Yes.
like when they dine out. Just give everyone like a fork, knife, and spoon and be like, here, reuse this, you know?
Yeah, and if you're crafty, you can make a little like baggie to carry it, like a cute baggie to carry it around
Yeah.
in,
Yeah. And then they have it like in their purse or,
or for camping even.
yeah. Just so it's one less thing they have to throw away.
Yeah, because surprisingly, reusable forks were like the one reusable thing that was super impactful. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and spoons, and I think all reusable silverware is
Yeah. I like chopsticks too. I mean, I think about that a
yeah.
lot when I go to a Chinese takeout and like they give me
Mm-hmm.
bamboo chopsticks and I'm like, you know what? I have so many chopsticks at home that I should just use.
Yes, we went
So,
to when we were in Vietnam. We went to a chopstick factory. Basically, I
oh,
mean, it's
cool.
outside and it wasn't like you would think of a factory, but people they were definitely telling us that people like lose fingers really easily
Oh,
because it's really intense. You just have to shove this bamboo into this high velocity
oh
machine,
my
and
gosh.
yeah, it's really fast, and people lose fingers a lot. So,
Well, geez.
yep, it's crazy,
Okay. So maybe that makes me really want to not use
right?
the throwaway chopsticks that they
Yeah,
give us.
truly.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also had two books that we have to mention. So you really loved the Buy Nothing, Get Everything Plan
Mm-hmm.
by Liesl Clark and Rebecca Rockefeller. They are the founders of the Buy Nothing concept, which we talk about in our minimalism episode. So that's a really good one. Nancy Birtwistle, our patron saint of green living from England, she has a book
Former
called,
Great British Bake Off
yeah,
winner, if
she's,
you
if you
recognize
follow.
the name. Yeah.
Yeah. She has a book called Clean and Green 101 Hints and Tips for a More Eco Friendly Home, which Tiffany adores.
Oh
So,
yeah, she actually has 3 books. Get all of them. They're
okay,
great.
get all of them. Yes. So, on this stuff list, I gave it a granola rating of 3 or 4 out of 5
Mhm.
because, again, it's stuff.
Yeah.
But, depending on who you give it to, it could be really good to help them have a more sustainable lifestyle. So, it just kind of depends on whether you're generating more waste or taking waste off the table. So,
Yeah. I like it.
okay. And then I had one last list of physical gifts we actually endorse. So if you really want to give physical gifts out, here are a few ideas to help keep it sustainable. Shop small, buy local. So buy local Saturday is the one consumerist holiday that I will participate in.
Yeah.
I fully believe that keeping money in your local community is a good idea. Small businesses need it way more than Amazon does. So
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of small businesses on Amazon, but
there
I've
are.
heard that Amazon takes a massive cut,
They
so
do. Yeah. So go directly to the source. Austin has a lot of Christmas markets.
oh,
I know
yeah.
a lot of cities do that, like chambers of commerce will encourage.
DC does. There's a good one.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like artist markets. And, last year I bought Dungeons and Dragons dice for my nibblings that were
Love
like
it.
handcrafted. Yeah. There's some junk out there. There really is. Like those same old earrings that everyone makes that are exactly the same.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But there's some good art out there, some good, really usable stuff. Again, you can find things that resonate with people. It doesn't have to be like the candle that stinks.
Right.
Man, there's some bad candles out there.
Oh god, I can't handle candle smells. It
Ugh.
hurts my head.
Yeah,
Even
they're
walking down the
awful.
the cleaning aisle the other day at the grocery store, I was like, "Oh, I can't
Yeah.
do it."
No, it's so bad. Those fragrances really get you.
Yeah.
You can, go to your local shopping district. This can be your errand date with your friend. Go to a local, Second Street here in Austin, or there's all kinds of local shops around, and it might be a little bit more difficult in smaller towns, but often they still have, big bazaars or like I know Georgetown, the city up the up north from here has like a sip and stroll night where all of the businesses are open, like,
Nice.
and you can buy a glass of wine and wander the street and buy stuff, and it's nice. So
I hear Emmett in the background.
yeah, there's my dog coming in to check. He's like, I love tchotchkes. He's lying down. Another thing you can do is support your friends. We all have friends who sell something. I know I have a friend who's a travel agent, and she does custom itineraries, and that's a great gift card I can buy people.
Oh,
You know,
cool. Yeah.
a friend of mine, Molly, just started a knitting and upcycled clothing shop. So her mittens are adorable, like tailormadenm.com. That's TAYLORMADENM.
That's very cute.
Yeah, and she does custom orders and things. She's making like hand knitting toys and pillows, and it's all upcycled. She's very into wilderness conservation, so I
Oh,
really
cool.
appreciate her point of view. And I have a book on Amazon you could buy. Um,
Yeah.
like people do all. I know one of my friends' boyfriends makes candles. People do all kinds of things on the side, and you can support them and
Yes.
buy from them, and you'll feel better, and they'll feel better, and that's a gift to them as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the last thing I'd recommend is buy gift cards for local restaurants, cafes, shops. If you don't
Yeah.
want to buy items, buy gift cards because that gives them money up front that they can use. This is the time of year. I know we're not supposed to be talking about economics, but it is when retailers go into the black from running in the red all year. So it's when they make their money. If you don't, you're not going to buy something from them, but you really want to support them, buy a gift card and give it to a friend. And that way the restaurant still gets that money during a time when they can use it. And you're, giving your friend something local that they can try out. It helps you support the business. So
Yeah, I did that for Charlie's Teachers Day last
yeah.
year. There's a
Mm-hmm.
cafe like walkable from her daycare, and I got them, just a June Cafe gift card, and hopefully they used it. I'm sure
Yeah.
they did, but
Yeah. That's a thing. Like, I know teachers get like a lot of Starbucks gift cards.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't want to do that. That sort
yeah,
of sucks.
boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Yeah. And if you can support a local business, that's a great idea. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give this another 3 to 4 out of 5, depending on what you do. Again, it's more consumerism. It can generate more waste, but it is a very thoughtful way to do that rather than just fighting over the last TV at Best Buy,
Right. Punching people for
Yeah. Yeah. Being a real, there's my dog choking to death on his own tongue. Thanks,
Oh
Emmett.
Lord.
That's how he feels about Black Friday shopping.
There you go.
Hork, hork, hork. But yeah, so those are my ideas. I'd love it if you listen to us and you have a local business that has a global appeal or, that could use, you know, share your business with us. Let's post these links. Let's put them up on
Yes.
Instagram. Let's shout you out because it would be great if, we could help people come together and really make a great holiday season this year.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we want to support small businesses. And if you sell something and you pay taxes for it, you're a small business owner. So don't sell yourself short.
Yeah. More people are small business owners and know they are for sure.
100%. Yep.
Yeah. So, or if you have a local business that you support that you want everyone to know about, send us that link too, because we can definitely share that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So, well,
thank you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, I loved it. Happy anti-Black Friday.
Yes. Yeah. I hope you get a minute to. Again, I think, consumerist holidays are annoying and harmful to our psyches, and so I hope everyone gets a minute to just kind of step back. And I know with inflation being huge, it's amazing.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, it's amazing that we keep spending as much as we do because we're all broke.
Yeah.
We are. Like, there's no way we're not all broke because things cost so much. So we're just managing somehow to buy a bunch of crap. So.
Yeah. And I know toys and games, it's fun to see kids play with toys and games, but sometimes it's like, let's just take a step back and enjoy each other.
Yeah, and especially,
as corny as it sounds.
Well, it's not corny because it's like the number of games or toys I've gotten Charlie, and lasts like 5 minutes. And then she's like, next. I'm like,
Bored.
well,
She'd
I
rather play
hate
with
my
the cardboard
life.
box. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. It makes me feel pretty gross inside, to be honest. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it. I did
Fair.
that.
Yeah.
But then you just cross your fingers. She'll come back to it.
Yeah. Maybe in 2 months.
Yeah.
Well. All right. If you want to give us a gift this year, like, subscribe, and download our episodes.
Yes.
That's all we need.
Hit that auto download button, wherever that
yeah.
is. I don't
Yeah.
remember how you. I think it's just if
Depends
you
on the-
follow a show, then they will
Yeah.
automatically download, maybe.
Depends. I think so I use Google Podcasts, which is going away, by the way. It's going to become YouTube Podcast.
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
is
we got to
interesting.
figure out how to put ourselves on YouTube podcasts, actually, because we're on YouTube. But
Right.
we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll figure that. We'll find a way. But yeah, for me it asks if I want to auto download. So
Okay,
I could say
that makes sense. So yeah, even if it's annoying to you,
yeah,
you don't have to keep them. Just download it.
yeah. Say they go away after a week.
All right, if it's annoying, you don't have to. But if you
yeah.
don't mind, then that'd be great.
Awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And what are we talking about next week?
Yeah, we're talking about natural deodorant.
Just what you need after Thanksgiving.
Oh, 1,000% when you're sweating all that turkey juice out.
Ooh, yum.
Or most people would say it's the opposite of what you need. You need regular deodorant, but we'll get into that. We will get into that. Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's really interesting.
Awesome.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Tiff.
Okay, bye.
Bye.